Alright, okay, let's go. Right. Okay, focus. Focus.
Serious mode. Marathon commentary.
Let's go. Serious game. Magical cats. Magical cats.
Sweaty balls.
Let's go. No! Okay, the recording will start here.
We're having a good time.
Okay.
So anyways, welcome everyone. This is MagiCat. The game starts off with an unskippable cutscene where we see MagiCat having a powerful magical crystal of sorts. But the monkey steals it, and as such, Kitty Cat is like, I want to have it back! Now, as we start the game, you can see it is very much inspired by the classic 16-bit era 2D side-scrolling platformer games, but it has some interesting twists to it, to which we will get a little bit later. As for now, the game, as you can see, has the classic dynamic of the meta games. You can jump on enemies to hurt them, get to the end of the level, but there are also different things to keep in mind. As you can see in the top right corner, for example, there is a potion meter. As much as I would love to think of them as water bottles, it is potions. And these potions do serve a purpose, not just for healing, not just. They are your mana, basically, which would be like the closest thing. You use them to use your abilities, like the air dash as you saw right now, or to heal yourself, or to the revive is for the pause, if I recall correct. Game. So this is the first boss of the game. It's a giant orange blob. Maybe it tastes like mandarin. I don't know. We haven't tried to eat it yet. But the way to defeat the boss is to either shoot it with the popcorn, as we like to call it, although it's like the MagiCat's ranged attack is like shooting out some magical paws, but it looks like popcorn, honestly. Or to bump on the head in the basement. But as you might see in the category description, we are running New Game Plus, which means that CBK already has all of the abilities that the MagiCat has. So regularly you would start out with only the popcorn and the regular side dash. That are also like upwards dashes and other things that CBK will explain in a few seconds once I'm done with the initial explanation. Why do I talk like Captain Kirk from Star Trek? I do not know.
What was I going to explain?
That's fine. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. So you see that the overworld has lots and lots of levels on it, and as much as we would love to show off all the levels, that is not the fastest way to go. Now, in the overworld, CBK also has the ability to build bridges, quite literally, and those require paws, which you can see in the top left corner. The paws you earn by going through the levels and, more specifically, beating time trials. So once you've beaten a level, you can go into a time trial mode, where you can then earn more paws. It is safer and easier to do those early on, theoretically, because the levels are easier and shorter. So you can grind for paws and then build bridges later on to skip massive chunks of the game. So the game in total has 36 individual levels and 7 worlds, but we'll barely see any of them. We're already at the second boss, by the way. We are in the what are they called? The underground pond. I never quite learned the difference between like, ponds and other bodies of water, which is ironic because I'm the Hydrate King. But anyway, if you die in the game, you don't just die. You actually can immediately revive, but that costs paws. The cost isn't fixed as well. It increases every time you die and try to revive at the same spot that you do right now. Also, this screen is littered with baby enemies.
Yeah, the bosses have little babies that attack you.
It's
a thing. Yeah, it's just a thing.
You also saw on this level for the first time water. Water in this game has a weird thing to it, because if you like drop into the water from not high enough, you start to float on it a little bit, and then you go down and then back up. It's a little bit weird. It takes some getting used to.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. So yeah, we're doing a time attack now. So to farm paws, as Rose said, you can do time attacks. It's basically the level again, but without the boss. So this allows us to get some extra paws like quite quickly, rather than doing some of the longer levels again.
That is very true. The paws we will see later on are quite critical, because building the bridges takes like 10 paws each.
Yeah, so it's like a platform that you build the bridge with, and it's 10 paws each. So we need to make sure that we get them. Otherwise, then you have to do more levels to farm them, and then that massively increases the time of the run.
Yeah, it's like something that I personally consider really fascinating about this game is that, in theory, it's just a quote-unquote basic 2D platformer with a adorable kitty cat as a protagonist, but it also has some really sneaky but easy to manage resource management in it.
Yeah.
So it's not like 5 layers deep where you need to consider like the cost of this and this, but you have basic things you can and should keep in mind. So as you can see right now, we're just like smashing through the environment, which also costs money.
Yeah, you're supposed to break 3 rocks there, but if you stand just at the edge and press up and right, you can just smash 2 instead and avoid 1.
Just gotta save that money, yo. Now we are in the Choco Lake. Quite a funny name if you think about it. Chocolate? Choco Lake.
Choco Lake.
Yeah, Choco Lake.
Yeah.
And a great use of damage boosting, by the way. They also just land on the spikes and then use the iframes to walk across. The iframes in this game are actually quite long, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, they feel pretty long. Like, they're quite generous. Like, you can get through quite a lot of stuff after you get hit. Like, see, he's flashing red when he gets hit. It's pretty good. We can also heal ourselves, so we can always do that if needed. But it does cost potions. Costs 3 every time. So it's quite costly.
Yeah, about the color red, you can actually find hidden ponds in this game, which change not only the color of the kitty cat, but also the color of the hat and the effect of the popcorn attack.
Yeah.
So, like CBK's favorite is a like Halloween-esque, where it's like purple and black hat, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, because he's like a proper witch then, isn't he? He's like, he looks like a proper witch cat. That's spooky.
And then shoots like skulls.
Yeah.
So this boss has a really interesting strat to it. So we go up to it, we get hit, and then we stand behind it. The boss, struggling a bit with the concept of turning around. You just chill behind it and hit it. So you might have also noticed the fact that the bosses sometimes have this yellow aura around it. This is not only a charisma buff, but also it prevents them from getting hit.
Yeah. So you see actually at the top, I might not have explained, but the health bar is in 4 different segments, like different colours. Every time one of those segments is broken down, that's when it gets the barrier.
I never knew that, to be honest.
That's right, I don't think I explained that.
Nice. How dare you, the main runner of the game, not explain this to me, your commentator.
Go MagiCat.
You also got bonus points for not needing a revive.
Yeah, you get points for like how many potions you get, for like not dying. So in theory, if you got like perfect run, the less levels you need to do. So these are the platforms. Oh, I didn't do the time attack. Stupid. So I don't have enough. So I mean, that shows you like what happens if you don't have enough. Like, you can't make the bridge.
Yeah, this was not a mistake. This was just to showcase purpose. I wanted to show you like why it is important to have these platforms and how resource management is really tight in this game.
Definitely wasn't, because I just forgot to do the time attack.
Let's bail you out of this one. Just shush. You're amazing. Don't ever question that. Dos.
Alright.
So for those of you who do not know, CBK at the moment does run MagiCat, but in truth is a...
Oh, I've lost you, Ro.
Yeah, the connection was kind of gone for a second, that I also noticed. But as I was explaining, CBK, the ever so amazing artist that she is, wing wing, she's an artist, normally runs Knuckles games.
Knuckles
games, I mean Sonic games
yeah.
in which Knuckles is playable.
Yeah.
But come on, it's Knuckles, he definitely outbeats Sonic.
Even in games where he's not playable, like Sonic 1.
Exactly, or Sonic 2.
Yeah, well, he was in Sonic 2. Well, not originally, but...
I think he absolutely is.
Nice one.
Thank you. I'll be here all weekend.
That's one for the Sonic fans.
Wing wing. But we're not here to talk about Sonic games because this game is MagiCat. So what brought you to this game?
I was looking for... So actually, I was playing a game called Gato Roboto, which is like a really cool indie game, like pixelated side-scroller. Really cool, and like I was interested in speedrunning it, but it's quite a long speedrun. It still looks cool. I'm interested to learn it one day, but and then I started like I think this came up as like, I recommended in Steam, and I was like, oh, that looks really cute, like, and I saw it and I saw the leaderboard was kind of empty, which is a bit of a shame. There's no one actively running this at the moment as far as I'm aware, except me. And I played it and I thought, oh, this is so cute, and I don't know, I just like I just thought it's so cute. People need to see it because like no one's running it at the moment. Like it's not being shown at marathons or anything. It's kind of cute and chill. It's fun to play. It's kind of like different from Sonic games because it's a lot less stressful. So it's kind of a nice break from playing Sonic games. Yeah, so I thought, you know, why not show it off because no one else is at the moment. So yeah, hopefully more people will run it. Maybe find some new stuff.
Cute and chill, so basically like yourself. So this level, as you saw right now, is mostly an auto-scroller.
Yeah.
So we can just hang back and wait for the camera to move. Now this boss has, in my personal opinion, the coolest strat. So you just chill on the balloon, intentionally get hit to get iframes, and then just, with the other boss before, chill behind it. Because these bosses, they struggle with the concept of turning around quite quick. But then again, I think this boss struggles with the same issue that some others have, which is if they don't see you, you probably don't exist.
I think they're just like on autopilot, they're just like doing their thing.
It's like, I'm not getting paid enough for this, I'll just keep doing my basic routine.
I don't even know what they are, like, so they got like trumpet mouth, I don't know. Is it actually a trumpet? Oh my god, it's a gun! Oh my god, Roman. It's a little hand and a little gun.
Is it? I always thought they're like puffed up cheeks from blowing into it.
Yeah, but I think actually looking at it, I think it's a little man holding a little gun, like a little blob. Oh my god, my world's just been turned upside down.
I would stick to my head canon and say that it's like puffed up cheeks. And
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like their mouth, but I think it's actually a gun. I think it's that. I think that little circle is their little hand, and they're shooting a little like cannon. That would make way more sense, right?
Would it though? I mean, they're shooting out weird ass triangles.
Maybe.
So anyways, Scroller Beaten, thanks for reading out some donations, whoever is reading this out right now. And we're now heading towards Dripping Ice.
Yeah, I like this level, it's nice.
I really like ice levels regardless of games.
Feels
but
refreshing.
I'm a big fan of like ice magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially in the current hot times, I feel like an ice palace would be a great place to be.
It'd be nice.
Just cooling off, that'd be great. Now, this level has ice-ish mechanics, as you can see, with like dropping islets from the ceiling, which respawn quite quickly, interestingly. Now, do you have ice physics on the floor? Like, do you like
no, not on this one, but there is another level just after this one, which you would play like on the casual playthrough, where there is ice physics, and you have to like slide around. It's quite funny. But we don't do it in the run, sadly. But I highly recommend anyone to play this game and like try all the levels. They're really cute. They've all got like different themes. There's so many we don't see in this run. It's such a shame. Like so many themes and stuff we don't see.
So as a general concept, I think we explained this earlier, but let's just reiterate, is the fact that most bosses are most easily or effectively defeated by smacking your face into them. So like using the side dash.
Yeah, that does 3 points of damage
per hit.
Yeah.
So you could try to play it quote-unquote safer by just using the popcorn attack or like the bumpy strats, which aren't as like reliable on later bosses.
So again, go ahead, Ray.
The like damage per hit is the highest on the dash.
Yeah, I try and like save some potions for the boss like throughout the level, because yeah, it saves so much time on the bosses to have the dashes.
No, it's also worth mentioning that you can't just perma-spam the dash to go fast through the level, because the dash costs, what was it, 2 or 3 potions per use?
The dash costs 1 potion per use.
1 potion per use.
Yeah, but healing costs 3. Yeah, so it's a bit confusing. Like I forget sometimes, like trying to keep track of what I've got, and I tend not to like keep track too much. I just try and manage it like carefully, like not dash too much when I don't need to.
You might have also noticed the little silhouette that you leave behind whenever you dash. What's that about?
So that's a I can't remember what the move is called, but it's like an after effect, and basically when you like recollect that, it'll replenish 1 potion. So it's really handy. So in theory you can like endlessly dash if you could keep getting the after effect back. Although most time I'm dashing forward, so I don't go back for it. But it's really handy in the bosses though. As
I think like that ability specifically is only made for the boss fights.
Yeah. So I could have used way more dashes here. I've got like 15 left, which is like such a waste. And there's no boss.
Now we should have at least 49 paws,
Yeah,
which
but
is
loads,
really good
yeah.
because that's the amount we need to like make it through the game at the moment.
Yeah,
Because
so
again, bridge building, taking shortcuts.
Yeah. Oops, just squeeze through the trees can be a bit finicky to get through. Okay.
Yeah. So I mentioned earlier on that like this level, why do I keep saying this level? This game has 63 different levels in 7 worlds. I haven't counted through them, but we're playing like less than a fourth of them.
Yeah, there's just 63 levels in total in the game. And there's lots of like really cute themes. There's like spooky theme. There's more ice levels. There's like way more space stuff. There's like there's like a water world as well. It's all like water levels.
Everyone's favorite.
There's all kinds of stuff. Like it's really cool and cute. There's like more like green levels as well, like wooded areas. That's nice.
I just really love the paddle animation, especially when you're in the air and it has like the expression as well of the
yeah, it's like the Yoshi thing, isn't it? You know what Yoshi does.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not a big Yoshi fan, to be honest.
No, why not?
No, I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me.
I'm not like a massive fan or anything. It's just, you know, he's cute, but.
So what are those weird diamonds you keep walking past?
Oh, they're checkpoints. So they cost 10 potions. So obviously I'm not gonna get them because that's such a waste. I mean, if I die, normally I can respawn where I die anyway, so...
Like this. Great
yeah.
showcase.
But if you have the checkpoint, then you can respawn at the checkpoint, so... But to be honest, it's not really that useful. In any percent, sometimes it's useful, like... because you get less pause. This boss is super annoying.
Yeah, it's like you have like no safe space on top of it after some time. And again, boss is defeated, Kitty Cat is happy, and as always, it explodes at the end of the level.
Yeah, I don't know why it explodes.
I have no idea. So the next level should be a magical space.
Yes, magical space.
So as we're in space, what is the thing that space has going for it? Exactly, lack of gravity. So that means we can jump really high. So the movement changes a tiny bit in this level. I mean, the base is still the same. Run from A to B and jump across.
You can jump really high in this level.
A lot higher now.
Yeah.
Also, we have these like cool like red neon wall thingies. But as we know, color coding in video games, red means evil.
Yeah.
So they hurt if we touch them.
Yeah, so you can't touch the walls. Or you can, but you just get hurt.
So remember, kids, if you're ever floating in space, don't touch red neon things.
I think they are little arms with guns.
Are they though? But it doesn't make sense with the positioning. It looks like way too much as if it's like placed into their mouth.
Yeah. I can ask the devs. I'm in the dev Discord.
Does that like doing this little like up and down with their head whenever they attack? So the
yeah, it does kind of, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think you're right.
See?
Yeah. Oh damn, I'm paying attention now. I'm not looking at what I'm doing. I'm looking at their faces.
I prefer the imagination of like just some weird fantasy-esque enemies like blowing stuff towards you rather than an actual gun pointed towards a cat.
But if you look at this one in the middle, it's the same thing but without the gun.
Yeah, but that's what do we say, Maroon Eye. The distant cousin
but it's
of Red and Crimson Eye.
It's the same as the small ones.
So?
I wonder if dying does pause IGT. That'd be interesting to know. Because it does seem to pause the whole game when you die.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, I feel like you could save more time doing that than actually healing.
I wouldn't know how to figure that out. Like, how would one figure that out? I have no idea. I'm not good. I'm not clever enough to figure stuff like that.
Taz!
I have no idea how to do tasks.
I don't know. Don't look
No,
like a smart person to you.
no one's gonna test MagiCat. Like, I'm literally the only person running this game in the world right now.
At the moment. So anyways, that was the magical space, and now we're going to Rising Fever, which sounds like a really cool fighting game.
It does actually.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So it is sadly also one of the most difficult levels in the game because it's Bowser's Castle. No wait,
It's
Yeah,
I don't know whose castle it is actually. I don't think it's ever specified
Jer-
whose castle it is. Ah, got stuck with the
Jerry.
Jerry's. Okay.
That's Jerry's castle.
Meowsers. Nice.
I mean, you can see the influence. Like, it has obviously been inspired by the Bowser castles. With, like,
Yeah.
the, like,
Oh yeah,
moving
for
fire
sure.
pillars and stuff. The inspiration is obviously there, but it's a really nice thing in my opinion because, you know, also look at the climbing animation. It's so adorable. I'm sorry, I just really love cats and I really love pixel art. So both
Same.
combined, it's like, oh my god.
I was literally like, I want to run a cat game. Like, that was my motivation.
I mean, absolutely understandable.
I still want to run more cat games. I'm thinking, what's my next one?
Stray, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Or do you not want to stray too far from 2D platformers?
I don't know if I can run a 3D game. I don't know if I'll be able to handle. I'm not very good at 3D games. And I'm not good at 2D games either, but...
You're pretty good.
I'm
You
kind
could
of used
definitely
to
kick
it.
my ass in a Knuckles run.
Yeah, but that's because I've done it like a bajillion times.
Oh man, so you're saying that someone who practices something quite a lot is good at something eventually?
No. Yeah, but
No.
if you'd practiced it as much as I had, you'd be way better.
I don't think so. Keep in mind, I don't like Knuckles as much.
Yeah, but that's exactly, it's not fair. Like, if I played Tails, then I would get trashed as well.
I don't think so.
'Cause I don't
think
like
you'll
playing
pick him up
Tails.
rather quickly.
I don't know, I've tried to play Tails, I find it really difficult. I mean, I guess I just find it, like, because it's not Knuckles, basically. Like, I'm so
It's difficult because it's not Knuckles.
I mean, yeah, like, like, when you think about it, I've played Knuckles, like, for so long, like, I'm so used to his movement, it would take me a while to get used to another character, I think. I could, but...
being able to jump.
Shut up, bro, he can jump. Alright? He's just giving everyone else a chance.
He just skips leg day constantly.
He just, you know, he doesn't want to be OP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you could jump the same height, it'd be so OP.
Would he though?
No one else would stand a chance. I'm so used to Knuckles' jump height that when I play another character, it feels like so floaty.
Just getting like height fright.
Yeah, vertigo. Like, what the hell?
It's like jumping up for like the half a second you're higher than the Alcatraz. It's like So this is, by the way, the final boss of the game. If you haven't noticed, we're still doing marathon commentary. And the difference between this boss and many other bosses is the fact that it has a blue aura around it at times, which is a int buff, I guess. It is a barrier that also needs to be broken before CBK can hit the monkey again. So the yellow barrier, as with all the other bosses, cannot be destroyed. It's just a waiting it out. Blue one can and must be destroyed to get some damage here. So the easiest way that CBK does it is to use the upwards dash to gain the height, to be able to just bounce on the boss and get the shield down. Because while the shield is active, you can't damage the boss as such. Any sprints, like dashes into the boss, would be wasted potential, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just bump on the boss to get the shield away. The problem with these platforms is that if you get squished beneath them, it's a typical squish, like you just die. There is no, oh, I take damage, but nope, dead.
Oh, that's really hard to hit him right now.
Yeah, like this boss is really challenging, so that's also the reason why CBK tends to be a little bit more concentrated on this, and that's why I'm here to fill in for the gaps. Look at the monkey. It's very evil by the fact that it has a freaking, what are those hats called? Top hand. The
Top
German
hat.
calls them cylinder.
Yeah, he's like a magician. He's actually not evil. He's really sweet. Like in the good ending, like when he releases the gem, because the gem is evil, right? The gem's making him evil. That's time.
Monkey dead.
Oh no, time's on when MagiCat explodes. Okay, it's time. So it's 24:39. Okay.
Easy. Look at that. Like so, like
That-
beneath.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That's like, I thought I was getting like 30 minutes earlier.
Was the first run of the day.
Yeah. Thank you for the GG skin.
Subarashi.
So yeah, in the what, you doing the voiceover? What does that say?
No.
Oh, that's a laughing. Ha 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 ha. So
Can we
yeah.
get an evil laugh, please?
Woo!
Of course.
Oh, that's a PB! Oh no.
PB. Da, 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 da.
Oh God, what did we talk about, Ro?
Good stuff. It was marathon commentary. Don't worry.
Did we talk about
No.
that?
No nasty stuff. Don't worry. This was a good and clean
Okay.
run.
Ooh. Wait, was that PB? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2050.
It's my first sub 21.
Hey!
Yay.
Your first run that is sub 21.
Oh, the shit in the pants was in the other one. Right.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So let's.
Alright.
Give me
Okay.
1 second. I need to try something.
Alright. There's so much time saving this run. Like, that was PB, but I still like had some deaths and stuff. There was a callback to it. Oh, Ro.
What?
Apparently there was a callback to it though in this one. Let's hope the person watching it fast forwards it and doesn't listen to the audio. Oh,
Okay.
Ro.
RH0min has gifted a sub to Glentifer.
Oh, Ro, thank you. That's so sweet.
GG's
Aww.
on a new PB.
Aw, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Yay! PB. Ooh. Okay. I think that'll be enough for today. I think I'll do some more practice at some point.
Alright.
You wasn't subbed. It's alright, then. No one has to be subscribed. I barely ever stream anyway.
Honestly, really dislike those kind of streamers.
What? Well, they don't stream.
No, the kind of streamers who are like, why don't you sub to me?
Oh god, I wouldn't even
They're
watch
the ones that
someone
are,
who said that.
super toxic and are like, just give me your money, you fucking idiot.
No,
Sub.
Yeah, well.
How can you not have like £4 a month to throw towards me?
Yeah, I wouldn't even watch someone if they said anything like that. Art request. Ooh. What would you like, Glenn?